Hey, it's Wayne D here, and you're looking at me. You're looking at my swing. So I've been working on a couple of things. Thought I would do a quick progress report and give you an idea of how it's coming along. It actually looks pretty good, so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because it's not embarrassing. So this is my bay here at Woodmont Country Club, and I'm hitting out. So a couple things that I'm trying to do here. I've got gloves under both arms, so I'm really trying to keep my arms from lifting as I get to the top of my swing. And I've got my hands higher than I normally do, so this shaft angle here, I've got it pointed up at my belt buckle. Now most good players, you'll see the club up there, but you know, I have a tendency to get it down in this area. So what I'm trying to encourage myself to do is to lower and get a little deeper. I want to get deeper in the right hip and thus cause some lowering so that I can connect myself to the ground a little better in transition. The other thing I like to do is make sure that I don't whip the club around to the inside. So I want my hands to be able to drop down a little bit and the club to come up. So as you watch the swing, this is pretty much the action that I'm trying to do. You see the butt go back behind the line, the hands drop slightly down and in, and the club cock up to a pretty much of a toe up position here. So at left arm parallel, I've got my elbows, when I do this, are a little bit better off. They're a little more level. It's not perfect, but it's a little better, and I've got the shaft on a fairly decent plane. With my back issues, I have trouble maintaining my compression into the ground. I sort of lift when I get to as I get up to the top, but from a hands up position here, I get a little taller, and then the rest of the swing feels like it works down and back, meaning that I get deeper in the hip. And as you can see, I have managed to lower by an inch or so, which is good for me. And the other good thing is that with my arms not lifting up, the shaft planes off fairly nicely up here. So I kind of like this. Look. The progression here is from 53 to 58 to 62. So 5 and 4 is kind of different for me. I'm more of a, like an 8 and 4 kind of guy. So I like this. It's a little more into me. And then in the forward swing, the idea is to try to not back off and keep the depth and work the legs inside the box. So this I do pretty good here. I'm just fractionally forward with the knees. The footwork is still a little bit suspect in that my heel wants to lift up. This is a tough part of the swing for me, but I do pretty good here for me in increasing this angle a little bit on the way down. You can see I like that. And then from that address position, my hands really come in fairly nicely. And the shaft, this is one of my better looking moves around on the arc here. The head pulls away. That alleviates a little bit of the stretch in the left hip, but I work on that too. But this is a pretty good swing for me. The hands are exiting a little more left than normal. And there's the glove hanging out from under my left arm. Usually the glove under the left arm will fall. This one just sort of stuck to me, but the right one pretty much stays in there. And then when you look at it from the front view, I normally don't obsess about staying exactly in the head box there. I'm going to let my head come out just a little and then drive it back in the box. So I've got it. I like that push there. And if you go back here, you'll notice that my knees evened up just when my left arm was below parallel. I'd like it maybe to be another click where you couldn't see my left knee here, so the hips would be out of the way a little sooner. But that's pretty good as far as getting the hands forward. Now, I have not been able to incorporate the head turning that I would like early in the forward swing, so you'll see that I'm still sort of head back a little bit, and that affects my ability to produce that where the shaft stays in line with the left arm longer, that I refer to as sustain past impact. Even though the ball's gone, I think that it matters. I'd like that to be better. So and if we look at the the swing I like to model off of is the swing of Hogan from behind there. You've seen that in a bunch of my videos. This is kind of what I like to think about in a golf swing. I mean, some people say that only Hogan could swing like Hogan. I'm not trying to copy it exactly, but I think I just love the motion. I just love the action here. So when I watch this, I like the hand position there. I like the takeaway. I especially like the depth that he gains in the hip. And also notice that while he's doing this leg retains a lot of flex, so it's not pulling that leg back straight. You can see, I mean, if he had gloves on it, you could put anything under his arms there and it's not coming out. And then you can see here is tons of bend, more than mine. You can also see the dynamics of the body. The hips are just way open there. Now he'll exit under plane. I think he was like to hit sliders, and the hips will end up right back in the box. That's a little bit much for me, but this is a pretty good swing for me. All right.